Hey guys, it's Mike, and you're watching That's Cool Vintage Collectibles. And today on the show, I'm going to show you one of my absolute favorite Les Paul pieces in my collection. Stay tuned. So on this channel, I'm on a great quest to document and kind of share a story about every item in my personal collection and use the channel as a way to kind of document this. And there's a piece that I really have had for a long time and is one of my absolute favorite items in my collection. And it's a piece autographed by Les Paul. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that piece today and some of the significance of why I have that and how I obtained it, things like that. Les Paul, of course, here's a record. I did a lot of performing with his wife, Mary Ford, who is a great singer. She was also a guitar player. And Les is one of the true first pioneers of the electric guitar, just an absolute phenomenal guitar player. And he really is somebody that nowadays we kind of know more for the innovation of the Les Paul guitar than we do of him actually as a player. A lot of people aren't really familiar with what he sounded like as a player. But if you listen to Les Paul, you will be amazed at how good he really was. He was an amazing guitar player. So Les Paul guitar is one of the most recognizable designs, and Gibson did a wonderful job along with Les in creating the Cadillac of the guitar world. And on the top, paid him homage by putting his name in the middle right there, the Les Paul model. And they really were designed for his specifications and the way he enjoys playing. This one is a 1972 Les Paul, and it's got some great flame on there and sunburst design. This is just a really cool guitar, and the way Les played was really reflected in these guitars. The way the guitar is even weighted, and he would often play on the other leg than most people and things like that. It's all weighted for his specifications. They're very interesting guitars. And many years ago, I used to have a small rock and roll museum, and I had Les Pauls on display and stuff about Les Paul, of course, being such an innovator with overdubbing and recording techniques as well as playing techniques, and of course the Gibson Les Paul guitar. And what we now know as the SG was also designed with him in mind, even though he did not like it. But these guitars were of course, very important for guitarists, and now are still two of the most popular designs in the guitar world. So I wanted to feature Les, and at the time, I was also operating a music venue, and I had somebody come to perform, and they had a merchandise person there, and she just said, like, I really like your space. You should come to my work someday. Now, I don't want to get her into any I don't want to really use her name in this video or the company, but I'll just say she's affiliated with Gibson Guitars. And I was able to go to a number of parties and events at her work to do with Gibson. And she said, Les will be coming through. If you like, I can get you a signed picture. And I was just like, yes, that would be fantastic. So this is the item that I got signed. And this piece is a photograph that Les signed at this location, and it was in Toronto, and it was just a wonderful piece to add to my collection. I was so happy to get it, and he signed it in a blue ink sort of paint pen, and there's a great photo taken of him signing a pickguard right after she took a photo of him doing that. So just to have the provenance to back it up and to have another piece for the collection. But this is, to me, just one of the true pioneers, and I'm so thrilled to have it in my collection. So that is the story of this Les Paul autograph that I have. I wasn't able to meet Les, unfortunately, but really a nice thing for her to do for me, and to get me a piece that is, is authentic and everything else. So I'm really happy to have that in my collection, and mostly autographs mean more to you when you get them yourselves, but there's certain people that I'm just really pleased to have that in my collection. And Les is no longer with us now. He's the only guy in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that has a full-time display, and it's always a permanent display. It's always out there for the public, and just the importance that he has for music is really something. And to have a piece signed by him in my collection is amazing for me. I'm just very happy to do that. So I'm trying to document everything in here, and that's how this piece arrived. And it's just it's on permanent display here, I'll say that. So I'm really happy to have that and to have that as part of the collection. So that is a little piece on this Les Paul autograph that's in my collection. If you like records and music items, rock and roll artifacts, instruments, sports memorabilia, sports cards, other vintage antique items, and more, that's what I do on this channel, and I'm documenting my personal collection as well as places I go and historical locations that I visit as well. So that's what happens on this channel. And if you're into that, please like and subscribe and keep on collecting. We'll see you next time.